EU finance ministers meeting in Luxembourg have failed to resolve the crisis over the Greek debt crisis. There will be an emergency summit of Eurozone leaders on Monday. CCTV's Jack Barton has details for us from Brussels. Jack, time is running out here.
Asya, the expectations were already very low ahead of this meeting, with Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras telling the country's parliament that he saw the latest conditions being offered as a humiliation to the Greek people. Today, he jetted off to Moscow, and the speculation, of course, is rife that he may be seeking alternative financing in case it comes down to a painful plan B if Greece defaults. Certainly, other EU countries are also making contingency plans. And the president of the Eurogroup of finance ministers warned that Greece should seize any opportunity it could to strike a deal following the failure of today's meeting. Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel says she's convinced an agreement can still be reached with Greece on its crippling debt crisis.
We want the people of Greece, like the people of Ireland, Spain, Portugal and Cyprus, to have the hope of a better future.
A sentiment echoed by many Greeks, despite the differences between Athens and its creditors.
I want Greece inside the European Union and with the euro. The games must stop. We can't keep gambling.
On Thursday, the games and the gambling continued, with no breakthrough at a Eurozone finance ministers' meeting in Luxembourg.
Regrettable to say that too little progress has been made in the talks between the institutions and Greece. And that no agreement as yet is in sight.
Greece must repay $1.8 billion to the International Monetary Fund at the end of this month. For that, it needs the final $8 billion instalment of its current bailout, which will require big concessions. The governor of Greece's central bank has warned that if there is no deal by the end of this month, then there will be an uncontrolled crisis that will result in default and a Greek exit from the euro. The key stumbling blocks remain pension and public sector wage cuts, as well as a hike in the value-added tax that would drive up the cost of basic goods. On those issues, Athens says it will not budge, and that's the same message coming from its creditors. The question is, who will blink first, or is this really the endgame for Greece in the Eurozone?
And Jack, any chance the International Monetary Fund will give Greece yet another extension?
Very unlikely. We heard from Yanis Varoufakis, Greece's finance minister, after the meeting, saying he'd come up with a radical new proposal put forward to come up with an independent fiscal council to monitor the country's budget that could make independent decisions and enact them without approval from the parliament, but that really doesn't seem to have gained any traction. Christine Lagarde, the head of the International Monetary Fund, was there at the meeting today. She said there would be no more delays or extensions. As I mentioned there, Greece owes $1.8 billion to the International Monetary Fund at the end of this month, and Christine Lagarde said if that money has not been handed over by July 1st, then the International Monetary Fund would consider that Greece is officially in default.
All right, CCTV's Jack Barton live in Brussels.